I had once, I was with my son and I became angry on him and I was shouting to him. And while I was shouting, something in me witnessed how peaceful I am. How I continued to shout, but somehow in myself I was very quiet. So it became conscious somehow, probably from subconscious mind. I don't know, can you comment what was that? What happened there actually?
So when your boy misbehaved, did some mischief,
Yeah.
so naturally it creates anger within ourselves. It creates a disturbance within your psychological fact. Why do you find fault with the disturbance? Why don't you take it as a natural response? If you select this kind of response I should not have, then only you are against yourself. You may be against your son, but you should not be against yourself.
What I'm saying is, what happened is that I was becoming angry, but then, because usually after you are angry you feel agitated inside, there is an agitation, but this time while I was angry I felt very quiet and very settled, like I don't know if you understand.
Because your temperament is like that, because of your temperament, because of your character, you got angry. So if your character and temperament goes away, you may in course of time, everything will be all right in course of time. But at the same time, you should not agitate about your reaction. You should not agitate about response. So first of all, you have to accept yourself. Then only the change is possible. In course of time, everything will be changed. In course of time, you may become soft, and instead of getting angry, you may take it very easily. Even though the person has done a mistake, you might have deal with him instead of using anger. You might have a strategy how to deal with the person without anger. You may employ some other strategy to deal with the person. Instead of using anger, you may use some other strategy. But you need not worry about that. Everything will be, you can have.
But he's saying something else.
What I'm pointing here is that this happening, which I didn't create, it just happened, created without me willing, created maybe an expectation or something that this was a special state. It was very special because I was quiet while acting like angry. And then because we are speaking here about how an enlightened being would behave, this was kind of a sign that this is possible. It is very possible that I'm shouting to him, but I'm not angry. Inside, I'm still peaceful, but the situation asks that I shout to him because otherwise he won't understand. But what happened, it was not created intellectually, it just happened somehow from inside out, and that was a unique experience and never happened again. So this just...
So when your boy did a mistake, you got angry. Is it correct?
Yes.
So you ask, why I have the anger? You ask the question?
No.
Outwardly he was angry, but inwardly he was peaceful. So he
You
said,
say like
how
this?
can it...
Yes, but it was only once in my life that I observed, I could somehow, something in me observe that inside I am totally peaceful while I was angry. And then afterwards it never repeated this experience again. It was, if I'm angry, I really feel angry and I feel that inside is boiling something. With that occasion, inside was peace, outside I was acting whatever required. As you say, if it's required, you fix the situation. But inside I was totally quiet, totally peaceful.
So psychology, inside you are peaceful, but externally you are showing some angry words. You are saying like this.
Yes.
And let it be.
Okay.
But it happens like this, let it happen like this. If it is not happen like this, let it not happen like this.
Yes, yes.
So, but at the same time, if you select this kind of treatment is very good, so I want to be always in that kind of mood. I must be always in that, but don't try to, if it is natural, let it be natural. Don't try to like a
Yes, and what
practice.
he said, that don't say that this is a sign that you are not liberated. That's what you said, no?
Yeah, trying to repeat this experience.
Liberation, in the case of liberation, even you can show anger, even so everything is so possible. So liberation means, so coming and going, appear and disappearance is liberation. But in that appearance, a good thing may appear, bad thing may, anything may appear. But in the next moment it disappears. The appearance, disappearance is the liberation. But it is not a appearance of a good thing alone is not a liberation. When the appearance, some bad thing may appear, good thing may appear, good emotion may appear, bad emotion may appear, anything may appear. But the appearance may relate to some reason. Whenever we are sitting, we related to some danger or anything, the fear may come. When there is no, when the situation is not dangerous, the fear will not come. So some related thing will be there to create some emotion. But the next moment it goes.
We were even ending by laughing. I was running after him and beat him, and then something changed and he was running after me. And this was so comic that we ourselves realized that it's so comic. We were starting, instead of fighting, laughing.
Basically our mind is childish. Even we are infant, basically we are childish. So when we are facing something, naturally with our instinct creates some anger, fear or anything, just like a child. So the next moment the intellect comes, I should not be like this, I should not be like this. So then only the adult comes. So don't give importance to the adult. So you okay with everything. When you are okay with everything, whatever comes unconsciously, let it be unconsciously. So the conscious doing is related to the external world. So psychological matter must be in the unconscious state. It must be in the state of child. So psychologically whatever comes naturally, without any intention, whatever comes, everything is good, everything is childish, everything is good, everything is natural. So in the psychological world, everything must be natural. Everything must be everything must be the act of child. But in the external world alone, the intellect, the adult intellect is needed to deal with the situation. The adult is not necessary, the intellect is not necessary to deal with the child, deal with the mind.
But Bagavath, when you say then to deal with the external, after, say for example, after an outburst of anger, right? Like you got angry and then only you let the anger out and then only you deal with it, yeah? So we let our emotions, whatever comes, we let them out and then we deal with them in an adult way.
So if you express for the anger, that means the expression of anger is related to the external situation. In the external situation, your behavior must be safeguarded by your intellect. But psychologically, you cannot control without keeping yourself without any anger. The anger comes. After the arising of anger alone, you recognize some anger has come. So when you recognize something, it is already gone. So you need not worry about that. So our correction is needed only to the external world. But in the psychological world, it is already over. The anger comes without your knowledge. After it is arisen alone, we recognize anger has come. So even before your recognition, anger has come. So psychologically everything happens on its own. Our intellect is not needed. But our intellect is needed to the external circumstances alone. Without, when some boy or anything, some child or anybody misbehaved or did some mischief, naturally anger comes without our knowledge. After the arising of anger alone, we recognize we have anger. So here, we may take the anger in our hand and express it in the child or the other person. That is different. That is action. In the action, we have to use our intellect, but psychologically, the intellect is not necessary. So here, whatever is the emotion is already over. It is a fragment. It is in a fragment moment. In a fragment of moment, it is over. After it is over alone, our intellect comes for the scene, and it wants to nullify the thing what is already over. So psychologically, all our action is meaningless.